I'm Anil Kumar. Welcome to my series on multiple choice questions. It is always a good idea to review the concepts learned with the help of few multiple choice questions. And they also help you in many competitive exams. Here I've taken up two questions based on measurements. We are relating squares and circles and will consider their perimeter and area in these examples. So the very first question here is, I have a piece of wire in the shape of a square with side lengths of x centimeter. So this is a square, each side is x centimeter. If I bend the wire in the form of a circle, by how many times the area increases? So I'm bending this to form a circle. So a circle will have a radius. We want to compare the area, right? So what we are interested in is basically to find the ratio of area of a circle to area of a square. So this is what we are interested in. I hope the question is straightforward. I'd like you to pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestions. So let's begin. So since the perimeters are same, the length of the wire is how much? So the length is equals to 4 times x, right? So x on all the sides, correct? So we have length of 4x. Now this length of 4x becomes the circumference, right? This is equal to the circumference of the circle, right? We have taken that with the radius of r. So that means that 4x should be equal to 2 pi r, correct? So we can simplify. We can write 4x divided by 2 pi is equal to r. That means this could be cancelled, or r is equals to 2x over pi. So we have the value of r. Now it is simple. We can compare the areas, right? So area of the circle is pi r square and area of the square is x square. We need to write r in terms of x. Now we know how they are related. So let's write it down. So I'll replace this x, this r, with 2x over pi. So we get area of the circle as pi times 2x over pi whole square, and this area of the circle, that becomes area of the circle. This is the area of your square, right? So let's simplify this. So we'll open the bracket. So we get pi times 4x square over pi square, right? Over pi square, and we also have here 1 over x square. See how beautifully I've just shifted on the right and written 1 over x square. So we have avoided layers of fractions. This is very important for you to understand. We have avoided layers of fractions. Now we can cancel, this is also square, I'm sorry. When you square this, that becomes square. So now we can cancel x square with x square, 1 pi with this pi. And what do you get? You get 4 over pi as your result. So option C is the right option. So I hope the steps are absolutely clear. So what do you learn from here? So when you are comparing the areas, it is always 4 over pi. It is independent of length, right? So what you learn here is, let's make a note, independent of length. So there is no x in it, right? So 4 over pi. So slightly greater than 1. So let's also have a figure here. So when I divide 4 by 3.14, I get a value which is approximately 1.27. So this is basically equals to 1.27. So the area of a circle with the same perimeter will be 1.27 times the area of the circle, the area of the square. Perfect. So that is the ratio. It is a very important number to remember because in many competitive exams you could have similar multiple choice question. Correct? Now let's look into the second question, which is very much related. Now here is a test question for you from what we have learned. Very similar. I have a piece of wire in the shape of a square with side lengths of pi centimeters. So this is pi now. Okay, all these sides are equal. To make our calculations very simple, I have made each side as pi, right? If I bend the wire to form a circle, what is the area in unit square? So we are finding area of this circle now. So you can actually pause the video, answer the question. Perfect. Now one way from our learning is we know this area is pi square and the area of the circle will be how many times? 4 over pi times, right? So 4 over pi times. So I expect the answer to be 4 pi. So if you know what we learned in the previous example, you would actually get the answer so fast. So that's the whole idea of working these two questions together. I hope you understand and appreciate it. If not, it is not a very difficult question. We know again that the perimeter here is 4 times pi and that should be equal to 2 pi r, correct? So from here we know 4 pi divided by 2 pi is r, correct? So which is equal to 2. Now if r is 2, then area of the circle should be, which is pi r square, should be equal to pi times 2 square, and that gives you the value of 4 pi. Perfect. So you get 4 pi by simple calculations also. However, you can understand and appreciate that if you have this knowledge with you, then it really helps you in many different ways. I hope you understand and appreciate it. Feel free to write your comments, share your views. Also watch some other videos where I'm doing measurements with different shapes. That is going to help you in many tests, including SAT and EQAO. I hope that makes sense. Feel free to write your comments, share your views, and share my videos with your friends. Thanks for watching and all the best.